Let's look at the top 3 things that makes me extra gay for this car. Starting with charging and where I do 99.9% of my charging. Here at home, where I don't have to stand outside in the snow or the rain or wait for somebody like you in front of me. You, my friend, have fallen on black days because I am having a gay old time driving an electric car. I wish it wasn't a Tesla, but don't worry, the market is opening up soon. And if the convenience of charging at home and waking up every day with enough range to go from Windsor to Toronto wasn't good enough for you, then it has to be operating cost. Not only is this car actually really cheap to insure, I pay $1,000 a year for insurance. In 72,000 kilometers, I'm still on factory brakes. And the only time I've had to go to the dealership was just for a recall, and it didn't cost me anything. And then for 69,000 kilometers, I've put in just under 13,000 kilowatt hours. If you do the math on that, what I actually pay, not just for the commodity of the electricity itself, but with delivery, that is about $1,100 in 5 years of operation to go to almost 70,000 kilometers. Let's put that into perspective, because even at the worst time to drive an electric car, which is in the winter, today we had negative 18 degrees is what I woke up to. I'm using more energy to push this car through the snow, to heat the car and everything else that you use energy for. So this number here, 286, is usually about 140. That's what I would see pretty much all summer long. And it still only cost me $45 a month to operate this car. And in comparison, the last time that I drove a gasoline car in the wintertime, 5 years ago, was a similarly sized SUV. That was a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. And that car would cost me around $180 to $200 a month for the same amount of kilometers. Then I had to put in synthetic oil, and I had to do an oil change every 3 months. And that would cost me over $100 every 3 months. Brakes, very expensive, $1,200 just for the rear brakes, and it was $1,500 for the front brakes. Of course, you don't go to the dealer for that stuff, but you start to add all of these things up and you're seeing you're spending a lot of money. And my third and probably most favorite, when it works out, it is the most satisfying thing. I see you gunning for me in the mirror, and so I reach down here. That way I don't have to smell your diesel. I turn this on, my vents are now closed, and then you pass me, roll some coal on me, and you feel like a tough guy. But then sometimes I just end up at the same light as you anyways, where I just do this. And I remind you that you are nothing more than a fart in the wind.